not receive messages right now when you're streaming?
No, I have to be on Facebook. I don't know if it'll knock me off.
Then put something else. You can probably put your put something else to your 355.
Good evening, or should I say bonsoir, from Disneyland Paris. Mind blown. So much to tell you about when I get back. The internet's a little spotty, but we're going to try this anyway. We have a very, very, very special exclusive spot for Disney Delight and Disney Dreams castle shows tonight. It's 10:20 something at night, and it's sunset behind the castle. I know I'm still trying to get sort of used to everything, but I have had an amazing day and a half in a park that I fell in love with the first time I was here, and really have sort of gained even a deeper appreciation. More importantly, and I'm going to try not to cry, I'm getting to share this experience with my daughter. Remember Marion from the cover of the first book? She was like this big. That's Marion.
Hi.
She's.
Hi, everyone.
This is like a super special. What'd you say?
I said bonsoir, but I meant bonjour.
Well, I think bonsoir is good night.
Bonsoir means like, see you later.
Oh, well, we're not ready to say see you later yet. Do me a favor, if you're watching live, tag and invite somebody to join us on something obviously I don't get to do very often, and I've never been able to do before. This castle, by the way, is my favorite. She is beautiful, she is delicate, she is elegant. It's closed right now, but the dragon is insane. It's the only thing my daughter wanted to see, and unfortunately the dragon is missing in action right now, but that's okay, because there's still a lot to love, not just about this castle, but about this park. Marion, get up for a second, because I need to ask you questions.
Sorry, my foot's asleep.
This is Mern. This is your first time ever in Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
Give me your thoughts.
It's really pretty. The castle is, in my opinion, the prettiest, and the Fantasyland. I love the Fantasyland. And a lot of parts of it seem very like scavenger hunt like. It could just be because like I'm a tourist. Will they still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's very like scavenger hunt.
What do you mean? Explain what you mean by that.
There's like a lot of little hidden things and like a lot of like walkthroughs. All the walkthroughs we want to go through right now are closed, but the ones that we discovered that are open are really cool.
What was the first thing you wanted to do when you got here?
This is really heartbreaking. It's really sad that he's making me say this. The only thing I wanted to, the only thing I was like, yes, like I really want to see the dragon. under the castle. Like, I just am so excited to see this moving, breathing dragon. And we walk up, and the doors close, and we're like, okay, like a different door. And then the other doors close, and we're like, oh, maybe it's just a daytime thing. He says, maybe it's just a daytime thing. I said, that's why we're asking right now. And so we waltz on over to the little guy, and I'm like, hey, like, is this closed just for, like, the day? Like, when will it open? And he goes, July. I said, like, next month, July? He said, I said,
Marion thought he was, like, speaking French or something. Like, you mean, like, July? Like, not...
July means tomorrow,
July
right?
means... So, all right.
No.
But, all right, let's do sort of free word association. Phantom Manor.
Ooh, it's very spooky. It's realistic. I like it. It's good.
Realistic for all the haunted houses that you go to.
Much creepier than the ones that we're used to. It's much more realistic and, like, eerie. Like, it feels
scary.
very real. And the story is really, like, captivating. I recommend doing research on the story because it's very cool.
Adventureland.
Oh, I feel like we have more to...
We have more to explore.
It's in Adventureland is where the walkthrough is. Yeah, it's really very different. It's very different. It's huge. The park is very much more spread out. But this Pirates is my favorite out of the 3 that I've been on. It has more of a storytelling arc.
Adventure Isle.
Adventure Isle was really cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of like if Tom Sawyer Island was like bigger and more updated, I guess, and just like newer.
But there's like Skull Rock, and there's like the Galleon.
There's a Skull Rock in there. There's like it's very cool. I feel like we shouldn't say what's in it because
we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, it's scavenger hunting.
Hyperspace Mountain.
It was very cool. I really like the vibe of the Tomorrowland here. It's called Discoveryland. And I think that the theme, I am really impressed with the theming of that specifically. I think it's much more, it ages a lot better than the other parks, in my opinion.
Fantasyland.
I love the Fantasyland. Fantasyland's my favorite land in all of the parks. But this one, it's just really, it's so cute, and it's like, it's quaint, but it's also very, it's big, and the rides, we haven't been on everything in Fantasyland, but I'm really excited.
Tomorrow morning we hit the classics. We hit Pinocchio.
And the castle is like my favorite castle, and I feel like I would consider, there it is, yep.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Awkward. Okay.
No, you're not on the Wi-Fi anymore.
No, I'm going to keep it off the Wi-Fi because it's... There you go. Oh, yeah, and it keeps dropping people, too. All right.
Hello? Hi.
Are you expecting an answer back?
What?
Oh, we were talking about Fantasyland, going up on the castle.
See,
looking at over fast.
I like that part, but what I like more is the stained glass. Like, I love the art in that whole second story. The tapestry art and the carving work is really cool, and the stained glass. I really love the stained glass. I'm a huge stained glass.
What
fan.
about? What else do you love about this park?
I still have I feel like more to look at, but the highlights are definitely the castle and surrounding area. There's a lot more area to wander. I mean, I am saying that knowing that at home we can. There is a lot of space to wander. It's just we're very familiar with it, so it being new adds a factor. But I mean, I feel and I was mentioning it before, a highlight for me is that I feel in World and in Land there's really no completely free park setting where it's tables and benches and it's there's a waterfall and a pretty view. But outside of the Disneyland park, it really is. It's a park vibe. Which I think, and it's the only one that, if you're in Disney World, sure, there's, parks, but you have to be in a resort, or you have to be in, a theme park. But outside of this resort, you don't need any park admission. Yeah. You can just sit outside.
The promenade in front of...
Yeah,
so
the
at the end of the
Disneyland
street,
Hotel.
right, so that's not the train station. I mean, there's a train station, but what you really see, the lights you see off in the distance, if you can, is the Disneyland Hotel. And there's a beautiful promenade with sort of grassy knolls and
fountains
a lot of flowers.
And flowers. It's really pretty. And I thought it was I don't know, I feel that's something not a lot of people think about, but
this is a beautiful park to wander. It's really And so there's no paper maps here. Everything's on your phone, which I like because we've just been sort of wandering and getting lost and kind of finding our way around.
Yeah.
And then being like, we need to go back and see this. We need to go.
It's kind of nice, like, not really having an
fresh.
agenda and taking it slower. Like, because we've been going in. I'm like, I love to shop, but I am not a person to go in every single gift shop. But since we have no idea what to expect, we've
gone in every single gift shop.
We've gone in every, like, because we walked one way the first time, then on the way back, we'll walk through the shop. And there's shops literally everywhere. I mean, Disney World too, but again, we don't go in them, so I don't realize.
But the shops in the land and by the attractions are very sort of specific.
Yeah, they're very well themed, and I feel like at home.
The one in Fantasyland, the Sir Mickey's.
My favorite one was definitely Sir Mickey's, and a lot of them like connect, like they're huge.
Yeah.
And I feel like in World they're a lot smaller and more. I don't know, it's just different. But the detail in at least the Sir Mickey's here, I really, really liked. I liked that shop a lot, and a lot of their merchandise. Because in World and Land at home it says theme like Disney parks, but I feel like here there's a lot more specific Paris. Like it'll say Disneyland Paris,
right.
Which I appreciate as somebody just like visiting, I guess.
Lori Oliver says she loves the shopping here. That does not surprise me at all. Actually, another question for you. We went over to Disney Studios for just a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to go back tomorrow so we can ride some of the big ones. We haven't had a chance to ride the Iron Man attraction, Tower, Web Slingers, Crush's coaster. We ate at Remy's. Remy has his own restaurant here, which was really cute. I thought it was going to be like a more formal restaurant, but you really sort of
are... extension of the ride.
Yeah, you're sort of shrunk down to the size of Remy, and like the tables and the chairs, everything is super well themed. Like the chairs look like they're made from the sort of the metal cage that sort of holds a wine bottle cork in it.
Very cute.
Really well themed.
And like the tops are like jar lids or like tea tin tops. Really, I did not expect it either. But it really is like an extension of the ride. Like even I noticed the floor, if you get off the ride, like the floor changes in scale. The restaurant does the same thing, exact same tile on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's like as you get off the ride, it kind of segues perfectly into the entrance of the restaurant.
So Jeremy, good to see you again. He said something that we mentioned earlier before we got on live, was when you walk down Main Street, sort of the shopping arcades on either side that are covered, that tell a story of, it's sort of like this, it's a retro imagined version of what sort of I think.
It's really interesting also as an American, like seeing, like, oh, this is what America's like. And it, like, I mean, they're not wrong. I really like the little area where it, like, pays homage to the Statue of Liberty. Like, that's a cool... There's a lot of really interesting, intricate...
Oh, wait, it's time.
Chers amis, nous vous donnons rendez-vous dans 10 minutes pour découvrir Disney Delight. Merci. Dear friends, Disney Delight will begin in just 10 minutes. Thank you.
It's at 50.
So Lori said cowboys and chaps, right? Like Goofy.
Yeah.
Chers amis, afin que vous puissiez tous profiter au mieux de notre spectacle nocturne, nous vous demandons de tous rester debout jusqu'à la fin du spectacle. Merci et bon spectacle à tous.
Right.
Dear friends, so that you can all enjoy our nighttime show spectacular, we invite you to remain standing until the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, and have a great show.
By the way, now is a really good time to tag and invite a friend to come and watch live with us, because this is not something that I've ever gotten to see before. Certainly never got to do live. So.
So just saying, and it's on It's a Small World, Seeing America. That was really
Wait, but
weird.
how good was Small World?
It was Small World is my that was one of my favorites. Like the Small World here, it was just renovated and it was like squeaky clean. Like it was
the paint was so bright.
There was nothing on like the floor. It was literally pristine.
The LED lights, the lighting in there is beautiful. The costumes are beautiful. The animatronics are perfect. It's my favorite Small World.
Yeah.
It is absolutely my favorite Small World.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Big Thunder Mountain we rode too.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
Unexpected. There's a long portion in the dark, which I appreciated, but it was fun. But very unexpected.
So yeah, Karen, I have some pictures of Small World I'm going to share later or tomorrow. The time change has me all kinds of like wonky too, because we're 5 hours ahead. So it's 10:30 or 10:40, whatever it is now. So
almost 5 in Eastern time.
Yeah. What else? Oh, so one thing that we noticed that's different here is the dining has been very interesting, because all of the table service restaurants are prefixed. So you pay a certain price, you can pick an appetizer, entree, and depending on what you get, you can do a dessert as well, which is every single one of them.
Yeah,
like every single one is that way.
every restaurant is either a buffet or a fixed menu, which I find very interesting. I mean, I think it's an efficiency. I feel like it's an efficiency thing, but yeah, it's been fun.
We've also, the snacks is sort of been an interesting thing too.
Very different, very different.
What's the best thing that you've eaten so far? And mind you, we've only been here like a day.
A day and a half, yeah. I think my favorite thing I've eaten. See, I don't eat meat, ever. I only really eat chicken or turkey and like seafood sometimes. But we were in a pinch for snacks, so I went into the deli. They call it the deli, and or actually they call it the delicatessen, the full word. And I got a croque monsieur sandwich, and I'm sure it's not as authentic as it could be in France, but I tried it, and I have to say that was probably my favorite.
That was my favorite too, and the beignet.
Yeah.
The beignet, the Mickey beignet.
Like the beignet
I like
much.
the beignet. I'm not a sweet.
I don't know.
But the beignet with the Nutella in it I liked it.
It was good.
I liked the beignet.
I also liked. There was some good things on the menu at the Marble Buffet yesterday, and I'm excited for Pim's. I think that Pim's is going to be really good. But
right, we're staying at the Art of Marble Hotel.
Yes, and it was that buffet. I really like here. They're really big on making things Mickey shaped. I know in Orlando there is some of that, but there's really just the Mickey waffle. Here, they cut the carrots into Mickeys. They cut the zucchini into Mickeys. They cut the bread into Mickeys. It's all Mickey. And there was this Mickey little vegetable medley that I liked as well. Yeah, the food selection is very different, and I'm still adjusting to it. And I'm interested to try, this sounds silly, but I want to go to Starbucks again, because Starbucks has it has stuff that we don't have. It has stuff that we don't have in America.
Yeah, but tomorrow we're going to Pim's Test Kitchen for lunch,
yeah.
Which I think is some of the best. It's one of the best dining experiences in a Disney park anywhere.
Wow, it's high.
So I'm setting the expectations high.
And I want to go to Waltz. You said
we're going to try. We're going to try and get to Waltz tomorrow.
The wind is gonna knock this over.
No, it's good. It's got a big.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
What else?
What else?
What else did we do today?
We did Space Mountain. We did Buzz Lightyear. We did a bunch of stuff is also under refurbishment too, like the submarine. I'm so bummed.
The submarine and the freaking dragon and the Alice in Wonderland walkthrough. The two main things I wanted to do were the Alice in Wonderland walkthrough and the dragon, and they're both closed. And I'm really
first
sad.
Two things, basically almost like the first two things we went to.
I literally was I only said I wanted to do specifically those two things, and I was just I'm not gonna say what I want to do anymore.
So we're doing Avengers Campus tomorrow. I've been here before. It's very similar to the one in California, but there's an additional attraction here that's not in California or any other. There's an Iron Man roller coaster, which was a re-themed coaster that was already there. Kenneth, the weather has been perfect.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a little bit chilly tonight, which I was not prepared for, but
I kind of dig
nice.
Chers amis,
5 minutes.
nous vous invitons dans quelques instants à découvrir Disney Delight.
46
Merci.
now.
Dear friends, in just a few minutes, join us for Disney Delight. Thank you.
This is, again, a great time to invite somebody to come and join us to watch live. I have no idea what to expect. I haven't looked at any of this online.
Yeah,
we did no research ahead of time.
I did a little bit, but that's because I don't like surprises, so I just look things up. And one of them was the dragon, so I was really excited.
Wah, wah, wah.
I saw my name. Thank you.
Oh, Lord.
Thanks.
We've also done a lot of photo shoots
Yeah, a lot. Okay, don't make it sound like it was just me.
It's all
you.
you.
If you see any of those Instagram pictures, I took those. Unless they're selfies. Otherwise, I took those.
Ones of me. The other ones I've taken.
The one he posted yesterday, that was me.
I've taken a couple of good ones.
The one I took of you that you posted yesterday.
I'm getting better. My daughter's giving me Instagram lessons while we're here. But and the reason why I said it is not about us, but I think the park
Photographs
the park is very photogenic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, there's so many beautiful photo locations
It's
here.
a very delicate looking park. I feel like that might sound weird, but like it's very
fanciful.
It's like very whimsical, very artsy.
But I love how the castle's also wide,
beautiful,
and sits up on this rolling green hill.
Its proportions are perfect. Like it truly is like a stunning castle.
But how about the way it blends into Fantasyland?
It's stunning, yeah.
But it also blends into Tomorrowland.
It blends into both.
Like the way it transitions is gorgeous.
There's a stage, so they don't do the castle shows in front of the castle, which I find very interesting. They do them there's a stage like over to the right of it if you're looking at it, and it's brilliant. Like I'm thinking like logistically and like technically.
She's
and,
in
like,
stage manager mode, the whole time she's here.
It's really brilliant. I don't know what they use it for because I don't think there is a castle show right now. But it's a really brilliant idea, and I'm a really big fan of just its look. And it's very thoughtfully done. So I'm very impressed. I would love to see a show there. But there also are these there's like little, I think it's also this whole hub area is very thoughtfully engineered. I'm a big fan. But there's these two like little stages like next to us in front of the castle. And they shot like fireworks out of them for the parade, which was cool. And I think bubbles, but very smart. Like I'm a really big fan of the whole castle,
the whole aesthetic
area.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really beautiful, and I can't imagine what it looks like through the seasons as well.
Let's just turn this around real quick, just so they can see. Just so you can see what the castle, especially at night. Like, I love I just noticed those little pinpoint bluish purplish lights that sort of going on.
Like, I saw them when we were up close. I think they changed colors. I saw one when we were over there.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to see if they do projections, though. I really am hoping that they do.
And so on the second floor, you could walk up to the second floor inside, almost like in like a rotunda almost, and there are little sort of vignettes that tell the story of Sleeping Beauty in like figures and tapestries, as well as stained glass. Like you were saying before, you were marking before how much you love the stained glass.
Yeah, stained glass is one of my favorite art forms, which sounds very obscure, but like one of my like bucket list goals in like my life has been to have like a stained glass window in my house, which next year my house will have one, which is kind of fun. Thank you. But yeah, it's really stunning, and it's all real stained glass, which I was really impressed with.
Yeah, the artwork and artistry in this park is gorgeous. And you mentioned something too earlier, how was it the stained glass or the tapestries were signed, which is not something you normally see by artists.
I always try to find the signature in artwork. Like I was even looking for it in the wind. There are like these like really beautiful like wind I wouldn't call them wind chimes. They're wind catchers maybe that like spin. You can kind of see them over here. And I was even trying to find the signature in there. But the tapestries that are in the castle do have a signature. So if anybody knows who FD is, FD made the tapestries, and I think that they're super. Some of them are newer than others, but all the work in the whole castle, I'm really impressed with. It's a super detailed walkthrough. That kind of does feel like a scavenger hunt, and I feel like there's a lot to look at there. And the castle in different areas has different carvings on like I wouldn't call them turrets because they're smaller than turrets, on like the columns. depending on where you are. And as you get closer to the little dragon area, which we couldn't see, there's like dragon themed, like Maleficent themed decor. But as you get on the other side, there's like more whimsical princessy Cinderella crown sort of decor, which I'm a really big fan of. Really cool attention to detail. Oh, it's starting now.
Et maintenant, Disney Delight. And now, Disney Delight.
Depuis 30 ans, Disneyland Paris accueille les rêveurs de tous les âges et du monde entier. For 30 years, Disneyland Paris has welcomed dreamers of all ages from all around the world. Il y a tellement de magie et de lumière à l'intérieur de nos rêves. There's something so magical shining from all of our dreams.
Wow.
Alors aujourd'hui, que diriez-vous de rêver plus loin, de sourire plus grand et de rire plus fort? So now, we invite you to dream bigger, smile wider, and laugh louder. Together, let's make the future brighter than ever. Ensemble, rendons l'avenir plus brillant que jamais. La magie ne fait que commencer. The magic, it's just begun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
Yes, that's literally genius.
Look at how it's like into the waterfall.
Come on, kiss it.
Chers amis, dans quelques instants, le parc Disneyland vous invite à assister à son spectacle nocturne Disney Dreams, présenté par Pandora. Dear friends, in just a few moments, Disneyland Park invites you to experience our nighttime spectacular Disney Dreams, presented by Pandora.
That wasn't it?
That was the light, and then Dreams is like a different show after.
How long does the transition take? Wow, that is genius.
That was crazy.
That is
Throw up some hearts if you dug that as much as I did.
You can use these if you credit me.
I will.
Unless you want me to do it more.
So let's do this. This way. There we go. There we go. That's better. Oh, it happens that
Et
fast.
maintenant, laissez-vous emporter dans le monde fantastique des rêves. And now, Disney Dreams.
Some people don't notice. Oh, look at that. Look, look, look. Ooh, I wish they had more haze. That'd be so cool.
That's so
La magie de la deuxième étoile peut nous faire voyager au travers de nos rêves.
Wendy, it's time to fly into a world of adventure, to places beyond your wildest dreams. All we need is faith and trust. Oh, and a little bit of dust. Pixie dust.
Avec la poussière d'étoiles.
Hey, Tink! Tinkerbell! Where are you?
Clochette!
We need you, Tink!
Clochette!
Tinkerbell! Tinkerbell? Hey, Shadow! Come back here!
Peter! Ton ombre s'est échappée! Oh, Peter!
Gotcha! done? All the magic's spilling out. Come back! Come back! I hope you know what you're in for.
C'est la fête, c'est la fête. Service garanti impec. Mettez votre petite pavette, chérie, et nous, on veille au reste. Plat du jour et au beurre, ici on sert à toute heure. Cuisine au beurre, c'est la meilleure. Et croyez-moi, je suis connaisseur. Tout le monde chante, tout le monde danse. Oui, mademoiselle, ça, c'est la France. À bon dîner, ça va mieux qu'un coup de trompette. Prenez donc le menu, et quand vous l'aurez lu, on fera la fête, ce sera chouette, marinette.
Il semblerait que tu sois pris au piège. Bienvenue à Paris, mon cher. La plus belle ville. Ne reste pas coincé dans ta bulle. Il est temps d'en sortir et de goûter à la vie.
Thank you for choosing Magic Carpet for all your travel needs. Don't stand until the rug has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye.
Yes, 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 yes.
Suddenly everything is different now that I see you.
That laser is so
Now that I see you.
I love that.
that's so cool.
Don't you disrespect me, little man. Don't you derogate or deride. You're in my world now, not your world. I've got friends on the other side. He's got friends on the other side. Regardez un peu qui est au bout de mon crochet. L'ombre de Peter Pan. Je t'ai attrapé, petit garçon. Et où est-ce que tu as l'intention d'aller?
Merci d'avoir assisté à notre spectacle Disney Dreams, présenté par Pandora. Nous vous souhaitons une agréable fin de soirée et souvenez-vous que tout commence avec les rêves. Thank you for joining us for Disney Dreams, presented by Pandora. May you have a pleasant evening, and remember to always let your dreams carry you away.
Oh my God.
That water makes a difference.
Yeah.
Also makes it very chilly.
Take my jacket.
I don't need it.
Put my jacket.
I don't need it.
Oh, wait. Wow. That was nothing short of spectacular. Like, it literally had everything. It had projections, pyrotechnics, lasers, spark like stuff on the castle, water effects. I love that it had classic music.
Yeah, I was worried the first one. I loved the drones. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool with the characters. So I'm really happy that it was like a two-parter.
Yeah. You can almost, it's really almost like one show, but I'm happy that it's
a break,
yeah.
Really cool.
I love that Peter Pan was, I love
That was a very cool way to
Yeah.
I really like that they included most of the same music in a lot of the shows, but integrated it in a new way. Really great.
I loved it. Like, it was fun, it was emotional,
A lot
it
of
told a
shocking,
story.
yeah, a lot of shocking moments. I had no idea they were going to shoot off of the castle. Do we do that? I don't think
No,
No, I
not
think
like
maybe
that.
over the top, but like it was on multiple different stories. There were multiple places to shoot out of the castle, and that whole star.
The star was spectacular,
Being able
with sort
to-
of laser shooting down from the star.
Very smart.
We said this about the park itself earlier today when we were walking around. This show does it too. It's layered, right? It has multiple sort of levels of it in sort of the storytelling, the projections, like the mediums that it uses. I love how they integrated both English and French.
Yeah, it was really smart. It was a very well.
And they do this on the attractions too.
Yeah,
They'll
they do
have
it
one
both in
character in English,
and
one.
French.
So you're hearing one part of the conversation, but you understand
You
what's
understand
going on.
What's going on? Yeah, it's very smart.
The other thing it has too, on the tops of the turrets, there's look like it's not just there's light on the tops of the turrets too. I loved it. Like,
And like this side being like a mountain, they projected even on these little trees as well, which I thought was really smart.
they like projected like the
on
water.
everything.
Yeah.
And like the water, like one of my favorite parts is when Merida shoots the arrow and it goes to the water, and then it like the water was able to finish the side of the canyon. It was a very like full, like complete picture that
It had a
painted.
little bit of like World of Color meets projection show meets
drone show.
I love
the drones.
the drones.
Like that was my first time seeing a drone show live. I don't think I've ever seen drones.
Did you see the one in Disney Springs for the holidays? They did.
I don't think
It was a
so.
one-off.
Yeah,
They did only once.
I think I saw like a part of it maybe, but it was at like the beginning of when the technology was being developed, and now I know a little bit more about like just that sort of like whole technology. So I have a very different appreciation for it. Really cool.
I mean,
like genius.
Like, I want to see it again. Like, do this one more time. I want to see it one more time.
Super cool. Very big fan.
And it's, when you see this castle, you understand, like, it's so wide, right? As opposed to our castles are.
And it's smart that they kind of close off the entire bridge, which you'll notice. I really love that it's asymmetrical. I love that the whole castle is asymmetrical. It's very like balanced. And I don't know, something about symmetrical things I don't like it. So
Because it
this is
feels
very,
more realistic.
Yeah,
Like,
it
this
feels
sort
very genuine and like authentic. And it's smart that they closed it off because you would get soaked. Like, we were even feeling the mist back here. Because the water goes over the bridge sometimes and like obviously shooting off of the castle. But I want to say that I think that they only shoot the fireworks off of the castle and from behind it.
Yeah.
I don't think they have like another area, right? Like I think it's just.
I think
like really
they must
close.
close. Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, that's sorry.
Oh, thank you. Oh, don't throw away my fudge.
I know, I'm not going to.
She's throwing away my fudge, and I'm not a sweets guy.
Here.
Thank you. So they must close off Fantasyland.
They do. They close.
Yeah.
I mean, they closed off a lot.
Oh, right. This whole section
Yeah.
from here over and from there. Because you can go around both sides of the castle. This side is very wide. It has a very wide walkway because there's also a stage there too. You sure you don't want my jacket?
I don't. Thank you. But yeah, very smart. Really stuff.
I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's moving too. It's fun.
I like that they integrated it all the way, the projections all the way down. Yeah, the castle does have a really neat sense of perspective. It's really like thoughtfully. This is by far my favorite castle, especially with like this side thing. It gives you a sense of like location and space and like it really like is very like world building. I feel like very like
That's
foundational. Yeah.
Well, and when you go on this side,
it's very cohesive but very
it extends
different.
back too, so you can sort of walk around the side of the castle on the first and second level. There's a rose garden back there, like
it's really
the rose
pretty.
garden's beautiful.
And much like the Disney World one, and I guess Disneyland too, the buildings back kind of also like they have that turret, like all. But this side it goes much wider than the other parks, and the pink ties into the whole Fantasyland. Like it really does. It builds. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, the colors.
They're very cohesive.
Because it flows. It's not just like you see it a little bit in World, but not as much. I think the land.
I think World, the repainting of World, is trying to do what this already did. Honestly, so.
Yeah, but there's like you really feel like the land, like you said, is cohesive. They're almost integrated and they flow so seamlessly. Like even you can't see it tonight, but there's a stage here that has that steampunkish Verne-esque. The way it's designed fits.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe the style of like the Tomorrow. There's a very stark difference between the Tomorrowland aesthetic and the Fantasyland aesthetic that I've seen. But here, like these two can live.
They work.
They can coexist.
Yeah, they work.
Because it's Discovery. It's so much smarter. I dislike the Tomorrowland vibe, but it's really, really smart. And Space Mountain is a big telescope. It's really genius. It's really, really smart.
Right now it's a Star Wars telescope,
but still, like you can understand. You can understand it a little bit more.
The park really it makes a lot of sense. It was very, very thoughtfully laid out. Yeah, this is beautiful.
I'm excited for when they like finally finish like the final, because there's a lot of things being renovated. And everything is pretty spread out, especially there are some things that are still walled off. Mm-hmm. But I think once it's all like complete, which I mean Disney's never like complete, but I think it'll be really cool. There's like projection back there too. I don't know what that is. See what I'm talking about? In between the trees?
There.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't see it.
Oh, you know what that is?
It's not the other
park. Is that Space Mountain? Is that Space Mountain? Because
I have no idea. I don't know what that. I don't think it's Space Mountain. I think Space Mountain's over there. I don't know what it is though. Something's changing colors back there. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
there's also a gobo in a tree moment. I really
explain what a gobo is.
A gobo is basically, think of it as like a metal stencil that you would slide into a lighting fixture that can project a shape using like positive and negative space.
I even love the little blue lights in the trees. Like, that's what I mean. Like again, the castle sort of extends out in all directions.
I'm partial to the little sparkles that are in Disney World, like the ones that like twinkle. But this is very cool too.
I'm perfectly happy with WDW Radio blue lights in all of the trees.
I don't think that's what it's more of a purple.
No,
but...
you know what? Don't rain on my parade. You know what my favorite?
What's your favorite part? Oh, he's gonna cry, guys. That's crazy. I guess I'll take over. That's awkward. Oh, okay. Thank you. Love you. Okay. Love you, Dad. Okay, he's having a little bit of a mental breakdown. Yep, they did it just for him. The blue castle. They said, Lou Mangello's here. Let me change the color. Anyway.
I'm fine.
He's fine now.
Listen.
Even that's changing colors. It's like the lights are changing at least. I don't know what that is. Maybe a restaurant. It's a restaurant. I think we should probably move. We're kind of like in the middle of everything right now.
Yes, we were very fortunate to have an exceptional viewing spot.
It was crazy.
Yeah, people were lined up long before the show. But
we got a little
thank you to the folks at Disneyland Paris for helping us with this incredible spot. Just so you know, we're probably not going to get this spot every time.
No,
so it was just us. Like it was just
we got
us
like a
in this
whole little section. It was really cool. Putting this up. I know we're short, but that's better. Yeah, no, I couldn't go to Italy, but it's fine. I'm happy I'm here too. The only thing I'm mad about is not seeing the dragon.
But we're coming back next year.
Yeah.
We're coming back next year for the Adventures by Disney. We're going to take a couple of days afterwards and come back here again. So
yes.
Now we have something to look forward to. So. But we're able to see some things that are just here for the 30th anniversary.
Carry your phone and I can
I'm going
take this
to.
down? Well,
no, watch this. No, I'm going to do this.
She's going to make it small. Oh, yep. It actually is pretty smart.
It's really smart.
Is the park closed now?
I believe the park is closed. Do you want a picture in front of the castle at night with nobody else here? Yeah, because tomorrow we're going to be in studios.
I don't want really a picture in front of it. I just want a picture. If you want a picture in front of it, I can take one. Hold on. Let me hold it.
You have to hold the people and...
Oh my god, this is going to be so fun. You get to see what I do, guys. Look at this. So, Dad, the lighting's like really bad. Okay. The lighting's really bad. I'm going to put on the flash. Is that okay? Hold on. Oh, it's got to take off the bag. Yep. Okay, ready? Let's just see how that looked. Hold on. Oh, we're going to retake that. Sorry. The flashback was not treating you well. It's because the color of the castle. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. This is not going to work. The lighting, you can see it's like a fluorescent blue. So, like, it doesn't really lend itself to these photos, unfortunately. Okay, can you take this? It's not Tiffany. Tiffany's right here.
All right, which way do you want to go? I'll follow you. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like, on top. Look at they open it. They open the whole front of the building.
Where? Wait, I want to go to the Baymax. So for the 30th anniversary, they have this art installation with all characters throughout the hub.
It's only like for a little bit.
I believe this is only for the 30th anniversary. I am
They exist.
42.7% sure. I could be wrong. So it's a little cool tonight. It's probably about 60 degrees or so, but the weather has been spectacular. It's why we chose May for our Adventures by Disney to London and Paris next year.
Dad, watch out behind you. Oh my God, they are temporary. That's
Yeah.
stupid. It's only until September 30th.
The 30th anniversary ends in September.
That's really silly.
Well, we'll have something else to replace it.
I'm really shocked how empty.
So do you know why?
Right now. Why?
Because they close. It looks like, unlike World, I think they close all the stores closed. Yeah. So I don't know if they're letting any guests additional into the stores.
Well, there's some in there.
Right. I think if you're in, but maybe.
And I looked behind us. There's
So there's Walt's restaurant right up here.
no projection on Main Street.
On Main Street.
Only the cast. I think it's just California that does that, right? That does the Main Street projection.
They do it in World too.
What?
For some of the parties. For parties.
Yeah, not for Happily Ever After. Wait, why is this whole part is not lit up? That's so silly. I also noticed some of the turrets don't light up. Kind of a bummer. Like 4 of them do.
Yeah. So that is going to conclude our quick evening at Disneyland Paris. Thank you for joining us for Disney Delight and Disney Dreams Spectacular. You need to come and see it in person on your own. I'm not sure if these are limited for the 30th anniversary or if they change out at the end as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Mern. It wouldn't be the same without you and without you. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Maybe we'll go live again tomorrow. We got a lot of fun stuff planned tomorrow too.
A lot of fun stuff.
And then where do we head on Thursday?
Paris.
We're heading to Paris for a couple of days. I mean, we're here. It literally is right across the street, so why not? So thank you again for joining us. Love you. Good night.
Bye.
And if you shared it out, thank you very much. Feel free to share it with a friend or to your favorite group. Appreciate you. See you soon.